I always thought that I'm financially knowledgeable and financially stable, but during my marriage of 9 years, I kind of left that task for my ex-husband. He was responsible for our finances and investment and all the things that he liked to be more involved with. And since I was doing most of the work, the other work like housework and taking care of our child and everything, I was happy to lighter the load on myself. So I didn't even have that under my understanding of how our finances looked like. My ex-husband used to invest in all kinds of things, all kinds of crypto and investments that he thought would work out. And I just handed this over to him. When we got separated, that was a very scary part for me. He was making most of the money, and I was working on starting a business that wasn't making a lot of income home. And I was the one to follow his job to a new place, and I had to start over in a new country, totally knew everything without knowing anyone, not having a job. So it was a really tough and tight place for me to be separating from him after all this time of not having to be involved with our finances. And even though I consider myself very involved with everything and very knowledgeable about all the aspects of life and highly intelligent, I was struck really overwhelmed and scared being in this new financial situation of not knowing how I will get through during that time of divorce and after, the life after. And that was why it was so hard to pull the trigger and leave that relationship behind. I had too many aspects of my life entangled with his, not only our financials, my work, our kid, being away from home. I didn't have family. We just moved to another city, so I didn't have a big community, friends. So I had everything kind of entangled with him, but the financial part was really difficult. And I found myself at 35 years old, scared financially for not knowing what to do next. So these are 4 things that I did slowly and gradually during these 2 years of divorce that I went through, that if you're going through something similar, maybe this is going to be helpful for you as well. First thing I did is start a budget. I was under the impression that my ex-husband had all of our expenses brought into this app called Mint, and I started asking questions after our separation, and turns out that he didn't actually do that. So I had to take it on me and start a budget for myself. And I found the app called Copilot app, and I really love it. I really recommend it. It's not a free app, but it was worth it for me because it connects automatically to bank accounts and credit cards and brings it all in a very good user-friendly way, so that you don't have the headache of having to manually do your budget. You can create your own budget really specifically. So I started with that just to have a few months of understanding of what my finances looks like, because I didn't even know what I need every month to survive and what I need for more than that. So I started with that. Another step that's super important is I took all the extra money that I had in my checking account and I put it in an APY account. That way the money is not losing its value over time, and at least I have this emergency fund that I'm working on. And now that I know what's my monthly expense looking like, I could put 3 to 6 months into that emergency fund inside an APY account to save the value of the money. Next thing I did, way in the future, but the first thing I took care of after we got the divorce was take care of my will, power of attorney, and health directive. This way, your wishes are legally protected, which is super important if you're getting a divorce and you have kids involved. And then last thing I did, and I just finished it, and I truly recommend that, is get a financial advisor. Because when I was finalizing my divorce and I got my half of our investments and everything, it wasn't really optimized to my goals, my situation, my needs. And I wanted to have all this information gathered and optimized according to how I'm seeing my future and where I live right now and my current situation. And that also gave me some feeling of confidence that I can make specific decisions and not be afraid of taking action and moving things around, because I was scared of even moving some of my funds from place to place. So it really helped me do that. So it feels like a lot of things that you have to do, but mind you, I did all that within more than 2 years, probably 2.5 years. So it took time for me, but if you can get those done even faster, you can get your feeling of confidence and control over your own finances. And this is crucial for your own peace of mind during this transition time in your life when everything changes and it's really scary. And this can give you some boost of confidence that you can take care of other things like your mental health and your kids, how your kids are accumulating to this new situation, and your own professional needs, and also your own wishes and how you see your life and start over this new chapter. Which of these steps did you take first, if at all? Comment below, let me know how you're doing. And if you have other financial tips to help you go through this transitional period with a little bit of peace of mind.